everyone, Stephanie Baumus with Usborne Books and More. Today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite nonfiction for toddlers and preschoolers. We have a couple books in this Young Beginners series. It's a nice hardcover book and they just give little snippets of information. This one's on animals and it's a great book to grow with them because as they begin to read, it could be a nice early reader. Another series that I love is the very first book of Things to Spot. There's Out and About, there's Home. These books actually work on visual discrimination, kind of like a look and find, but it really opens up dialogue with you and your child. So they're having to find different things. There's little cutout pages, really nice, colorful illustrations. Another book that's similar is Who's Ready to Play? They have to look through and decide who's upside down. So they have to use some thinking skills to figure out the answers to these questions. Who's changed colors? Love that book, hardcover. My daughter's absolute favorite book, she's 3, is the Little Ballerina Dancing book. This book has nice tabs and it tells you a little snippet about each dance. So this is from the Nutcracker and it walks you through the steps of how to do that dance. It also comes with a classical music CD. It's not obnoxious kids music, guys. It's like real Tchaikovsky. And so she absolutely loves to put her tutu on, dance to that book. We also have a Telling Time book, which has precious illustrations by Stephen Cartwright. They can adjust the time as they go through the story, which is great for preschoolers learning that skill. We have a hardcover series. This is my very first. We have Space, Dinosaurs. Gives a lot of nice bite-sized chunks of information, but very accessible to young children. So I really like this series, lots of labeling. We have several Spanish books. This is my very first words in Spanish. It goes by different categories. Very simple, easy to understand, great to practice for those children wanting to learn a different language. We also have like first 100 words in Spanish. This is an English one, my first word book. Again, very simple pictures and labels for different categories of things, family members. For slightly more advanced toddlers or preschoolers, we have 1,000 things. So 1,000 things to eat, 1,000 things that go. Imagine sharing this with a child who might be a slightly picky eater and just need to be exposed to different things, or a child who really loves to see cars and trucks and transportation. Another series, this is a hardcover series, these are only $9.99. This is my first reference books. We have Food, Our World, and How Things Grow. And I've been really impressed with these. They have great illustrations. Usborne is known for bite-sized chunks of information to make it really easy for kids to understand. I like the headings and all the labeling. Goes through different biomes of the world. And then in the back, it has a really nice index and a glossary and some quick links and quizzes. So I've been really impressed with the My First Reference book series. We also have a number of Lift the Flap options. This is the Peek Inside collection. We also have, in addition to these, Peek Inside Nighttime and a new release, Peek Inside Space. These are our simplest nonfiction Lift the Flap books, but there's still a lot of information here. Nice durable flaps. Flaps have been shown to increase retention of knowledge. So this one's organized by different biomes because it's animal homes. Kids love interacting with these. Put the hermit crab in his shell. Kids love these books. Another series we have is the First Questions and Answers Lift the Flap. We have 2 titles in this series, What Makes It Rain and How Do Flowers Grow. This one gives a little bit more information for those preschoolers asking who, what, kinds of questions. You know, what are rainbows made of? Light from the sun bounces off raindrops. So you're still getting a scientific explanation, but it's very accessible to young kids. This is my kids' favorite page because they're obsessed with lightning and thunder like most kids are. So we love those. And then last but not least in the Lift the Flap series, we have a Lift the Flap toddler education series. So we have shapes, numbers, colors, opposites, and a sight word book. The homeschool mom in me, the teacher in me, loves these, kind of geek out on them because they reinforce the same concept, but over and over, but in different ways. So on this one, you're finding things at the circus. On this one, they're having to answer questions and lift the flap. On this one, they have to use some deductive reasoning. There's dog, and you have to figure out what present they might bring to the party. So Penguin's present is a semicircle. They have to use their reasoning to figure out where that present might go. Oh, look, he bought a paint set. The numbers one even reinforces even and odd numbers, some numerical concepts there. Finally, I wanted to show you our big book of collection. We have lots of titles in this series. They're available in a collection at a discounted price. I love these books because you open them up and they can lay across the floor with several books. So, with several children, I mean. So you open them up, huge fold out pages. This one talks all about different types of steam engines, nice thick pages, lots of information here, and lots of things to look at. Whoops, that one opens way out. You can see it spans the whole length of my table. Super neat. Lots of titles in this series. We've got bugs, machines, animals, dinosaurs, spacecraft. Just think these are super neat and interesting. All right, hope you've enjoyed that look inside some of our preschool and toddler nonfiction.